Here's the baby. Oh, little buddy. Look at how fluffy his hair gets. Sweet boy. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking and for watching. This is my 3 and 4 week postpartum update. So I'm going to share a little with you about Tucker, baby number 2 first, and then I'll get into how my recovery is going. If you're interested, stay tuned. So Tucker is sleeping right now, and so is Weston, and usually if Tucker were awake, he would be here with me in this update. I believe last time in the update he was nursing the entire time, almost the entire time. And that's basically what he has done since birth. Weeks 3 and 4 got a little bit better, but he's just a cluster feeder. I think that is the way that he prefers to eat. So he's gained quite a bit of weight. He looks huge to me. I know that he's still very tiny, but since he was born, I'm guessing, so he was born at 7 pounds, 1 ounce. And if you go back to my other videos, you will see that he lost weight, but then he started putting weight back on. As soon as my milk came in, he started putting weight back on. So that has been great, because with our first baby, we were concerned because he was losing weight for a little bit of a longer period of time, and he lost more than 10% of his body weight. So my milk came in for Tucker, and he has just gone to town. He loves to eat, and that's basically what he does. For week 3, I would say our nights were probably waking like 3 to 4 times a night. Definitely not getting more than 2 hours in between. Like a 2-hour stretch in between feeding. During the day, I mean, he just, like, if he's in my arms, he's basically eating. And part of that is I think he just smells the milk. He knows it's there. He knows that I have him. And sometimes I can tell he's just comfort nursing, and that's fine with me. I've just been doing on demand, so whatever he wants, that's what I give to him. And I can say that it's going pretty well, because you can tell he's gaining weight and he looks really healthy. With Weston and Tucker, so far I've been able to sync up their naps, and I'm so happy about that. And then at night, Tucker has the last 2 nights done like a 4-hour stretch, and I'm telling you, that feels amazing. I'm pretty sure he did a 5-hour stretch a couple nights ago, and that was like, oh my gosh, hallelujah. When you are so sleep deprived, to get a chunk of time like that. I wasn't sleeping the entire time because he fell asleep around 9:30, and I tried so hard, like, okay, Adrian, like, get to bed, go to bed, just get the sleep while he's sleeping, because everyone else was sleeping except my husband, of course. But it took me a little while to fall asleep, so I probably didn't fall asleep until like 10:30. To get that big stretch though, oh, it was amazing, and I'm kind of hoping that we are headed in the right direction. Last night he did the same thing. I woke up at like 2:30 and then 5:30 or something like that. So it's not been terrible. These last couple of days have definitely improved. With Tucker, you can tell that he is starting to wake up a little bit. So when he does have a wake time, he's been doing a little bit of tummy time. He's been playing a little bit, and Weston loves him so much. I keep waiting for the bottom to fall out with this whole like big brother transition for Wes. I just keep waiting for something really bad to happen. But he's been so good with Tucker. The problem, which it's not really a problem, is he wants to love on him all the time. And he's a little aggressive with his love, but not in he doesn't think he's being aggressive. It's just he's 2 and he doesn't understand that he can't put all of his body weight on him to give him a kiss. So he's learning those things and it's going pretty well. One thing I did want to mention, Weston got the sniffles. He got like a really runny nose. I think I'm getting it right now. You can hear it, but I was trying so hard to make sure that Tucker didn't get it. And I think it was just inevitable. They are brothers, we are in the same house. I was making sure Weston was washing his hands all the time. We were washing our hands all the time. You know, the antibacterial, the disinfectant stuff, like I was trying to do all of it and it was just inevitable. And Tucker did get really congested and it broke my heart to see this little tiny baby so congested. We used that bulb syringe. Let me get it, I'll show you. We used saline solution and the bulb syringe for both boys, different bulb syringes, to help loosen up the mucus and get everything out. And for Tucker, it definitely helped. He's so little and his body doesn't know how to handle this kind of thing yet. So when he would sneeze, I would like go in there and suck it all out. We used to have a nose Frida. If you don't know what that is, I will link it down below. And I don't know where it went. So we're gonna have to go purchase a new one. The nose Frida is like, I prefer it because I do think that you can get a lot more of the mucus out. So that is my suggestion. If you don't have one yet, go get one. Okay, so I lost my train of thought, but what I was saying is Tucker is waking up a little bit more. You can see like that he's in there. And after you have a baby, you know exactly what I mean. Like for the first couple of weeks, they're kind of just like floating around. They're sleeping all the time, but he opens his eyes and he's looking and you can tell he sees me. He sees the thing that's in front of him, if we put it close, obviously. And he's starting to like really look and be curious and wants to know what's happening in the world around him. I use the app, the Wonder Weeks, and it tells you based on the baby's due date, like what leaps and what developmental stages they will be hitting and when. And Tucker's first leap, all newborns' first leap or first developmental stage happens around 4.5 weeks. So as we're getting closer to that, you can see that he's like really starting to wake up and it's so exciting. I can't wait to see what his little personality is gonna be like and you know, how he and Wes are gonna play together. So excited for that. I'm definitely trying to take in all of these sweet baby snuggles. I love the newborn stage. Every stage is kind of my favorite, but as a newborn, they are so snuggly and they need you so much. And I just love that. Weston was never a snuggly baby. So the newborn stage was the only time he snuggled with me. That was it. He will snuggle with Matt, but that's another story for another day. I love this newborn stage and I really have been appreciating the little moments because, you know, who knows when or if we get to do this again. And we both would really like to have more children, but you know, it took a while with both babies. And so I'm just really soaking it up and taking it all in. The other piece is that I guess I didn't talk like specific numbers when I was talking about my weight gain and weight losses for postpartum update weeks 1 and 2. But so after that second week, I got on the scale and I was like, oh wow, I had already dropped like 15 pounds. But part of that's the baby, the placenta, the extra blood that you were having, and just the water weight that I was carrying around. I still almost feel swollen, or like I feel like my face is super wide and wider than it was, but that's just me like looking in the viewfinder, looking in the camera. For weeks 3 and 4, you think like, oh, the weight loss is gonna continue to just fall off, and it'll just disappear. Well, no, I have stuck around the same weight for weeks 3 and 4. And that's fine. I'm not gonna do anything crazy. I'm not gonna do any crazy diets or like try to lose the weight. I'm gonna let it happen naturally on its own while I'm breastfeeding, especially this early in the game. I want to make sure that my milk supply is there, that it is set before I tried to like go out and do anything. I do think that just eating regularly, like eating how I usually do, and when I can get into a little bit more exercise, that the rest of the weight will go away. But I'm not gonna go nuts over this because I'm just not gonna stress about it. Once I get to a comfortable point, I will try to get myself back to what I call my stateside weight. And that's because when we lived in the Caribbean Adrian indulged in everything. In the food, in the drink, in the food, all of it. All the time. And we had visitors all the time, so people were on vacation, you're going out to eat all the time. Anyway, Caribbean Adrian put on a few pounds, and so I need to get back to stateside Adrian eventually. I will get there, but I am not gonna push it. I guess mentally, emotionally, I am feeling really good. There have been a couple of times, like probably in the first 2 to 3 weeks, where I just would like get overcome with emotion, and I'm pretty sure I cried for no reason a couple times. But that's all par for the course. I do feel, like I said, a lot more like myself. There are definitely times where I'm feeling cooped up in the house and I'm ready to get out of here. I did take the boys grocery shopping. It was an okay experience, but we got caught in the rain and I had to nurse the baby in the front seat of the car in the parking lot of the grocery store. So that was fun. We'll get better at this and we'll get better at planning. I thought we were gonna be at the grocery store a lot less time than we were, and it didn't work out. So you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, you know what I mean? I should have put that up on my Instagram stories. I almost did, and then this car parked right next to me. There were spaces all over the place, and this car parked right next to me, and I was like hanging out, feeding the baby, just like, hi, yeah, this is what's happening in this car. It was so funny. Those are just the things that happen, and I think as a second-time mom, I am much more comfortable just feeding Tucker wherever, whenever he needs to be fed. With Weston, I used a cover almost all of the time, especially when we had visitors or family and friends, and I will, like, if the grandparents, great-grandparents are around, but other than that, everything is just out because it's more comfortable for me to feed that way. Okay, I guess I am gonna show you the postpartum tummy and what it looks like so far. I think it looks about the same. Like I said, I haven't lost much more weight since the end of week 2. So from the front, I am wearing, this is actually the same shirt that I was wearing when I went into labor with Tucker. I think it looked cuter with a baby bump. From the side. From the other side, oh, little Tuck is waking up. And then these, I've got like a nursing tank underneath, and these are kind of high-waisted on me. These are LuLaRoe. All the people that I used to know that sold them, I don't think they do anymore. So here is the postpartum tummy. Definitely still got the little pooch that's there, but again, for 4 weeks postpartum, you guys, I feel really good. You might hear Tucker in the background. He's waking up a little bit, so I'm gonna go get him and feed him. Thank you so, so much for watching. I can't believe that we're already a month out. This baby boy has just filled our hearts so much, and we are feeling really lucky and really blessed, and I'm so glad that you are here along for the ride as we continue to grow. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, share the videos, and give it a thumbs up. And I will see you in my next video. I love you. Mwah.